I'm Kenneth, a relationship coach and a psychotherapist. Every relationship is different, and every breakup is different. Work with me, and you'll get professional help on your situation. Just click on the link in the description below, or go to my website, askcraig.net. Hi there, I'm Coach Kenneth, and in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about you're going to get hurt. So, sometimes we put ourselves in a situation where you're going to get hurt. And remember, anytime you are trying to fall in love, or you are in a relationship, or you fall in love, you are risking heartbreak. And you need to really evaluate and consider the risk before you get into it. When you're looking at purchasing a car, you don't just walk into the dealership and just buy whatever they, put in front of you. You consider it. You're investing in something. You got to think about it. You want to buy something that's good, that's going to run well. You're not going to just invest all of this money or time into something that's just going to keep letting you down, are you? Well, why is it that so many people just jump into a relationship? They don't think about the risk. Why do you think one of my lowest watched videos is choosing a good partner? Guys, you really have to think about this stuff. You're going to get hurt. I'm telling you this because I know, as a therapist, as a clinician, and somebody that does this every single day, that you are risking your heart. You know how painful it is to go through a breakup. You know this pain right now. Well, you're going to go through it again if you are not choosing partners that are able to communicate, that are able to give you what you need, and that they can't, that if they can't stay committed or faithful in a relationship, you're going to get hurt. Do not just go after somebody because they're attractive, okay? Because you're going to get hurt that way. Sure, you might like hanging out with somebody and the sex may be great and maybe you have a lot of fun with them, but you really need to consider, is this a good investment? Because you're investing your time, you're investing your emotions, you're investing so many different aspects that you really don't want to just invest in something that comes along because it's shiny. Okay? You're not like who's that character that does that? Is it like Dory? I guess Dory's always like, ooh, shiny. Like, that's you guys. If you don't think about what you're gonna do and you're not thinking it through, okay? You got to evaluate if somebody's going to be a good partner for you, and if you don't, you're going to get hurt. So, I have an email here from a guy that is in his early 20s, and he dated this woman for 5 years, and they're about the same age, but they had for 2 years it was on and off. And let me just get into this email, and you can see my concerns for this guy. He says, we broke up in December. My decision felt like she was going back to her old ways. Then we started talking in the middle of January. We had a heart-to-heart talk saying we were going to try and take it slow. Then later that week, I go over, we hooked up, when I woke up around 3 a.m. to her phone going off. What could this mean? Well, let's see. I opened it and saw a guy texting her. So I snooped around and saw that she was talking with 2 other guys. One is a coworker. She's calling all of us babe. Well, doesn't that make it very convenient for her to not get the nicknames wrong? Were you babe or were you cupcake? I forgot. Were you Pookie? Who's Pookie? You're Pookie? No. Which one of you guys is Pookie? You know what? I've been doing this too long. Everybody's going to be babe from now on. Let's just leave it at that. Think about it. So, calling us babe, she slept with them. From what I was reading, it was explicit. Oh, that must have felt so good. So, there's more, okay? So, she's sleeping with him and these two other guys. One's a co-worker. Now, here's a little other tidbit. He says, not counting the other two just as F-buddies on the side. This was a pre/post agreement that we were going to work things out. So, she is sleeping with 5 different guys. Isn't that lovely? Isn't that wonderful to find out that the person that you love is not only sleeping with one other person or 2 other people, but 4 other people? You know, you might as well get another one in there and you guys can be like a half a dozen eggs just sitting around in a carton. This is crazy. She's lying to all of you. Think about it. I mean, maybe she's not lying to the guys that you said she was hooking up with, but how many of you is she lying to? Well, probably all of you, really, if you think about it, because I doubt they know that she's hooking up with all these other people, putting your health at risk. Guys, sex does not come without a price. Think about it. There are many, many STDs out there. Obviously, pregnancy is one of them, but I don't know. How about hepatitis, AIDS, HIV, right? HPV? You know how many versions or different types of HPV are out there? I don't even remember. I think it was like, I want to say it's like there's over 100 or close to 100 types of HPV, and you don't even know if you got it, right? Because they only test for a handful of them. So, think about it, guys. You are putting yourself at a major risk, not only to get an STD, which could kill you, or give you some other kind of virus, or that will have consequences on your body, but think about emotionally. Do you think that this woman can handle any kind of commitment when she needs to sleep with 5 different guys at the same time? Not good. Not good. And my guess is that she is probably putting all their health at risk, or at least several of them. Maybe she's being protected with a couple of these guys. But the bottom line is, she's not being an adult. She's not acting like an adult. She's not saying, look, I'm being intimate with other people, and you should wear protection. I should wear protection. She's not doing that. She's lying, at least to the guy we know of, so we're going to assume she's lying to everybody. So, he decides to have a little fun here. He said, I sent a message to each of the guys saying that she had just had sex with me and was busy, and took a picture that I was naked next to her out of spite. This is hilarious. Oh my God, I cannot believe he did that. Oh, a little revenge, huh? Well, you know, the thing is, you're getting mad at the wrong person. These dudes are probably in the same boat as you. They probably have no idea about you either. It's not like she's being honest and forthright with the 4 of them and then lying to you. I'm sure she's lying to all these guys. So you really can't get angry at them. He says, I got up and left. She chased after me. I went off on her, venting calmly, not abusive. Told her how I felt, discussed, and to leave me alone, that we are done. That is exactly what I would have done. I told her she'll never change. She was pouring out tears, crying, begging me to give her another chance. I just drove home, caught up in the moment. A few weeks later, this is in the middle of January, the next morning after I confronted her, she sent me a long message. I didn't reply to her. Keep no contact with her until, this is like last week. We met up. I told her I forgave her. What are you thinking, man? You're gonna forgive this girl? I mean, this isn't about forgiveness. This is about you sweeping it under the rug so you don't have to deal with it. So you could just be with her again and soothe your own anxiety. You're really gonna get hurt with this woman. Really. I told her that I was willing to work it out after all and put it in the past. But she said that she accepted the fact that I wasn't coming back in her life and said she was moving on and that there was one guy, one of the guys she was talking to previously in her life, but not serious, but didn't know how to break it off with him. This is all BS. Okay? This is garbage. How do I know it's garbage? Look at, he's saying, watch how this is playing out. Look, I forgive you. We can try and work this out. I've accepted the fact that you're not going to take me back and I'm moving on. Doesn't add up, does it? If she really cared about this guy and he said, I've accepted what you've done, I'm willing to work past it, I love you, let's try and move on. If she loved him, she would say, I feel terrible about what I did to you, I will do whatever I can to make this work. I feel terrible. This is awful. I'm so embarrassed for what I did. No. She's not doing that at all. She's saying, I've accepted that you've moved on, so I'm going to move on. And, I don't know how I'm going to tell this other guy that I'm going to break it off with him. She's worried about the other guy. She's not even worried about you. And she's not going to break it off with the other guy. If she was going to break it off with the other guy, she would just do it. She cried some more, said to me, but not sure, and she needed space and time to love herself. Love herself? Yeah, love herself and anybody else that walks past her. So I stopped her from saying any more and said, honestly, I feel like we are moving too quick. You're moving too quick? I don't think you're the one that's moving too quick. She's the one that's moving quick. Oh man, dude. I do respect what you are feeling. I need to focus on my priorities as well, and I just want us to be happy. No, you're lying to yourself. You're not focusing on your priorities. Because if you were focusing on your priority would be you. You're making her the priority. Think about it. You're making her the priority in your life. If you were the priority, you would say, I can't tolerate somebody doing this to me. Okay? Because there is more. Okay? She got kind of mad, caught off guard, and then said, but what if I said yes to taking you back? I said we would need to talk more about it in person, but I'm respecting your decision for space right now. She said, I'm really happy you're being so understanding. Then she said, I guess I'll talk to you later. And I said, okay, you have my number. Not too needy. You're being needy. Then ended the conversation. She did block me from all social media, but no pics of guys on her account. Dude, come on, man. She does not care about you. Look at her actions. She's lying to you. She's cheating on you. She's not wanting to work it out on you. She's forcing you to move on. She's like, I have accepted the fact that you moved on. And you're like, I don't want to move on, I work it out. No, but I've accepted the fact that you want to. You see, none of this is adding up. Then she's blocking you on social media. You got to respect yourself. You have got to put yourself first, not her. I have not contacted her since, just started to apply no contact. Forget about no contact. How about no thanks? Because I know that's what I would tell her. Dude, you, in my opinion, should be blocking her from everything. Yet, ironically, she's blocking you. She's the one doing all the terrible things, and yet she blocks you. Do you not see how distorted that is? She did something terrible. She did something wrong. Yet she blocks you like you did. Alright. I asked what 2 of the biggest problems in the relationship were. Obviously, we have a lot more than 2 here. He says, I couldn't let go of the past because she cheated on me 2 years ago. You see, I told you guys there was more. Look at this. She cheated on him before too. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was many, 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 many times. Many times. Many times. Alright. He says to me, could we still get back together after all this? And how would I approach to fix this? Dude, I do not know why you would want her. Really. She's a liar. She's a cheater. She's cheated on you multiple times. She's lying to you. She's sleeping with whoever she feels like, which is pretty much anybody, I guess. She's not going to change. She's blocked you on social media. I mean, do you even believe for one moment that she stopped hooking up with these other guys? She probably squashed the fire with them the next couple days and apologized for it. And she's probably hooking up with them again. Do you really think she is capable of a healthy relationship? I submit to you, no, sir. A very loud no. I would move on. I don't know what's going on with her. My guess is that she had a lot of sexual abuse or sexual trauma, and that's why she's acting out. Because a lot of times, people that are so sexually active like this, it's because they had a real trauma with sex before. So they sleep with other people because they don't feel in control of their body. They feel like, you know, if they've been raped, they're afraid that somebody's going to rape them. So they just say, well, I'm going to have sex with this person so they can't hurt me. It's like a defense mechanism or something. Let me see here. You know, you really got to think about, she's putting your health at risk, right? She is hooking up with at least 4 other guys that you know of. And those are the ones that you know of. I mean, she's good. You're being very forgiving, but are you going to forgive her when you get an STD? Or 2? Or 3? Your medicine cabinet is going to look like a pharmacy. Like, I don't know what she's... I mean, that's her life. She wants to live it like that. Then more power to her. But, you know, I don't respect her decision to lie to people and to put them at risk and put their health at risk. That, I think, is extremely selfish and extremely immature. I would not recommend dating this woman at all. You asked me, how can you fix this? Well, unless you have a magic wand or a DeLorean to go back in time, she isn't going to change. She's showing no signs of wanting to change. I don't think she's in therapy. You certainly didn't say anything about it. She's showing no indication that she wants to change or that she even thinks that she has a problem. So, like, what are you going to do here? You're going to get hurt is what's going to happen. And I'm telling you, because I don't want you to get hurt. I want you to figure out why you would tolerate somebody who has such horrific behavior and is literally putting you at risk for getting a horrible STD. Because this woman is very sexually active, and I'm going to assume she is not protecting herself with all of these people. And I think that's a safe assumption because she's lying to people. So maybe they all think that she is being exclusive with them. All it takes is one of them to have an STD or multiple STDs, and now the whole 5 of you can go to the clinic together and get shots together. You can hold hands and support each other. You can form your own support group. This is ridiculous. Oh, man. Guys, please, please, please think about who you want to be emotionally involved with. I know you find somebody and you want to overlook their flaws and you love them for who they are, but you got to put yourself first. And If you don't, you're going to get hurt. So, if you want to get my help personally, go to my website, askcraig.net. Sign up for the coaching option that works best for you. I do email coaching and Skype coaching. And if you like this video, put a like on there because I do appreciate that. And be sure to subscribe to the channel because I do post videos Monday through Friday. That's it for this video. I'm Coach Craig Kenneth, and I will talk with you soon.